Alright fam, this is part 2 of the pizza dough crust. So I went ahead and wrapped it in parchment paper, and then I wrapped the outside of the parchment paper with the saran wrap. So that way, I'm trying not to let any air into it because it will dry out the dough. And you'll see how a little bit of air still got to it in a minute. So another thing you can do is you can oil up the outside of the dough to keep it from sticking to the parchment paper. But you know, I didn't do that, so you can see there's a little bit that stuck to it, but you're more than welcome to do that. So as you can see, if you look at the top, you can see it's kind of dry and a little cracked on the very, very top. You see that? So we're gonna just kind of mush that around. But you can see that the dough is really everything has thoroughly incorporated together. I'm going to oil my hands now and oil the pan a little bit so I can grip that dough without it being sticky. And so now I'm going to just get a nice amount of dough and I'm going to start molding it here on the pan to a personal size pizza shape. And you can use as much or little as you want. These are for personal size, so they'll make 7 to 10 personal size pizza crusts, or you can make 5 medium, or maybe 3 or 4 large, something like that. So sorry for the bell in the background, that's my chihuahua. So I'm gonna go ahead and push this all out and shape it into the form, you know, of course, of a pizza. If you do fancy stuff, kudos to you. I don't do any of that fancy stuff. I'm just pushing it all out and shaping it into the shape of a pizza crust. So there you go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift it up as well, because we don't want it sticking to that pan. So I'm just going to lift it, and then I'm going to get ready to pop it in that oven that should be preheated at 400 degrees. And you're going to pop it in there for about 8 minutes. And when it comes out, it should be mostly cooked, but not all the way, because once you take it out that freezer and you dress it up, you're going to cook it the rest of the way for another 10 minutes. There you go. So this is the crust itself. If you look in the middle, it's a little dark. That's because not all the way thoroughly cooked through, but it's cooked through enough. And you just take them out and pop them in for another 10 minutes when you dress them up. And there you go. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a good one.